Good morning and welcome to Bayswater Oval for the 2008 Eastern Football League Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Today to be played between Blackburn and East Burwood. Blackburn finished the year in first spot with 16 wins and 2 defeats. East Burwood finished the year in second spot, also with 16 wins and 2 defeats. During the home and away season, these two teams met twice. In round 5 it was East Burwood victorious by 18 points. And again in round 12 it was East Burwood by 28 points. Blackburn progressed through to the grand final today with a 9-point win over East Burwood in the second semi-final. East Burwood progressed through to today's grand final after a 23-point win over Vermont in the preliminary final, after a qualifying final win over Vermont by 24 points and a defeat to Blackburn in the second semi. Best of luck to both Blackburn and East Burwood in today's reserves grand final. Officiating umpires today in the field, Alistair Gall and Mark Lawson. The boundary umpires are Glenn Cooper and Rory Ashton. The goal umpires are Leslie Hardman and Ray Appleby, and the emergency umpire is Damien DeVincentis. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem.
Welcome to the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for season 2008 with Blackburn taking on East Burwood here at the Bayswater Oval, and it should be a fantastic game between these two teams who have met 3 times this year, twice during the home and away season where East Burwood were able to defeat Blackburn on both occasions, but when the two sides met a couple of weeks ago in the second semi-final, it was Blackburn who got the points and advanced through to today's grand final. Brad Henderson to call the action this afternoon, and joining me in the commentary box today is very good morning to Dyson Baker.
Thanks, Brad, and it's looking to be a good game. Obviously the weather hasn't held off, as you can see, but hopefully we can get some clear weather just through to the end of this game and look for a fantastic game between these two sides.
3 hours ago the conditions in locally in Croydon were absolutely fantastic, blue skies and nice warm weather, and it did turn very nasty very quickly, but hopefully conditions will improve. It has affected the crowd somewhat, but certainly all of the really devoted and loyal Blackburn and East Burwood followers are here today, as you'd expect, for this Reserves Grand Final. And we are set for a start with Alistair Gall to get us underway. Alistair Gall and Mark Lawson, the two officiating field umpires today, both very experienced umpires, have umpired plenty of senior finals and grand finals over the years. And sure they'll do a more than capable job today as we get underway in the first quarter. Blackburn kicking to the right-hand end of the screen towards the forward 50. Taking possession now was Ryan. High kick by Ryan. Hangs in the air a long time, and a good mark taken defensively there by Bolton for East Burwood. Bolton comes away for the Rams. Finds Holland on the chest. Mark Holland from half-back up towards wing position. Ball into open space. Jackson escorts it to the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. No score thus far. Great new electronic scoreboard. Good to see here at Bayswater Oval with the time clock on it as well. And I'm sure that the scores will be coming in thick and fast today, which is always good, the way to go. This is Wrigley under pressure, stripped of the ball. Ball on the deck, and umpire Gall will ball it up once more. Plenty of players on both sides who have played some senior football. A few more for East Burwood who have reached the senior level this year. Obviously Blackburn had such a strong year in seniors that a lot of players on their list couldn't force their way in for a game throughout the year. They had a pretty settled senior side, whereas East Burwood tended to make a lot more changes. So a lot of these guys have had a taste of senior footy this year as the Rams will go forward from outside 50. Long kick to the top of the square. No mark taken. Ball on the deck. Bolton does well. Throws it on the boot. Has a shot at goal. And I think he's kicked the first major of the game. And he certainly has. Jesse Bolton kicks East Burwood's first. And the Rams lead by 6 points. Good goal there, Dyson, by Bolton. He did some good work defensively and then ran the length of the ground to get into that contest. And a good front and centre goal.
Yeah, well, that's what we like to see, and I think that's where the goals will be coming today. With obviously the wet footy, it'll be something to really pick it up on the bottom of the ground. No marks high and that sort of thing. So that's a good start for East Burwood then. As Blackburn get the clearance away out of the middle, short chip kicks. That's what we're looking for today. Good mark taken there by Ryan. Dropped it. Mark's coming. Blackburn go inside 50. Attack, great, fantastic run down there. And the free kick going the way of Phillips for East Burwood. Kicks across goal to Kerr. He's got the options up. Goes high. Up on centre wing. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Trying to get it out now. Blackburn get the clearing kick. Only a dribbly little thing, but a good pick up there by Hatton. They go inside 50 once again. Looking for a mark. Ball spills. East Burwood first down to it. Trying to get a clearing kick away. Ball spills over the line and out of bounds. So Blackburn looking for their first score of this grand final. Ball punched towards goal. Knocked away. Trying to get the kick away was Cox. It only goes as far as Allen. Who handballs back. A wet, slippery football. Trying to get it inside 50. Poor kick, bouncing ball. East Burwood will try and clear away again. Blackie gets the kick away. Up right into the centre of Bayswater Oval. They've got the run through Wrigley. Goes inside 50, a short kick. Good mark taken there. Fantastic work by East Burwood to run through, and Gagliardi, yeah. Pronunciation correct. Will line up and try to put through East Burwood's second of the game.
Yeah, good footy then from Caleb Wrigley coming through the middle and tallying kick to Gagliardi, who took a good mark in these conditions.
So Gagliardi comes in now for his first. Makes no mistake. The goal umpire agrees, and we have our second on the board for this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. East Burwood move on to 2 straight 12. Blackburn still yet to score. We've played just under 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, at 18 years of age, Matt Gagliardi, the youngest player in the East Burwood side today. It is a very young team, and most of them range from about 19 years old to 23, the majority of the players in this side, but he's the only 18-year-old in the team today, so very young but a very exciting player as Greenland competes in the ruck for Blackburn and won the tap out of the middle. Little handball came from Ryan, who's been busy early. Rams managed to win it out of the stoppage there. Very high kick, but the mark will safely be held by Holland, backing back, and showed good judgment and good courage. Wasn't to be deterred by the oncoming pressure. Holland's kick into the middle of the ground, but it will be a free kick to Posabon. Posabon's kick inside 50. Whistle has blown there. Umpire Mark Lawson paying a free kick. It will go to McCurry. So Shane McCurry right on the 50-metre arc. Some testing, especially with relatively heavy ball. Obviously this game is only 6 minutes old, so the ball's still reasonably dry, but see what Shane McCurry can manage from 50 metres out. Plenty of players getting back and camping there on the goal line. The kick from McCurry, plenty of distance off to the left, and thumped through for a minor score. So first score for Blackburn, they're on the board, one behind. They trail East Burwood with 2 straight goals and an 11-point lead to the Rams.
So East Burwood to try and kick out of defence. Try and look for the clear option just to make sure in this wet conditions. Finds it, mark doesn't fall down. Goes away at Blackburn. Free kick's been paid. Harley. To go inside 50 once again. Decides to go across. Good mark taken there by Greenland. So will he go inside 50? Decides now he's got the lead. Good solid mark in wet conditions taken there by Wrigley. And Wrigley will line up to put to, I guess, confirm this 7-point play.
Tom Harley getting involved there for Blackburn. He's very good overhead. That will be a feature of this game today. Very good mark in a contested situation.
Comes in now. Kicks on its way. Umpire just had to move just to make sure, but it's good. So Blackburn have their first. They move on to 1-1-7. Still trailing by the 5 points to East Burwood, 2 straight 12. We played just under 8 minutes in this first quarter.
First goal there for Blackburn, kicked by Stephen Wrigley. And that will just settle the nerves a little bit. Obviously, in a grand final, everybody's a bit toey at the start of the game. And one thing you don't want to have is to go too long without putting any scoreboard pressure on. You don't want to get to 20 minutes into the first term and not have a goal on the board. It's good to, just as I say, settle the nerves, get on the scoreboard early. That was a nice kick by Wrigley from a fair way out. As Greenland goes up in the ruck once more. Handball spilled out. Strong tackle applied. It was on Posabon. And Peter Posabon hands it back to umpire Mark Lawson. Throw it up once more in the middle. Decisive fist out of the ruck by Greenland, who's winning the ruck battle at this early stage. Free kick will go to East Burwood, and it will be taken by in the middle of the ground. Ivory goes short, got it to Phillips. So very careful build up here by the Rams. Paul Phillips in the middle of Bayswater Oval, he goes short, and honouring the lead there from Gagliardi as Robbie Ward, captain of the East Burwood team, comes onto the ground for his first run of the day. Gagliardi, distance will test him. It's a penetrating kick. Bolton flew early, could complete the mark. Jackson fed it out to Smith. Smith's kick up towards half-back and over the boundary line. So Jesse Bolton looking very dangerous early in this game for East Burwood. He's kicked a goal. He flew high for that mark. throw-in, out of side. Cox won the tap for East Burwood. Close to the boundary line. Free kick will go to the Rams. And it will go to Fletcher. So East Burwood surge forward again. Good mark taken though by Greenland. Had that kick well scouted.
He's been good so far.
He's been terrific in the ruckers. So he gave it off to Shea. Shea's kick out towards the wing, close to the boundary line, kept in by Ryan. Ryan's handball, looking for Burke. And a free kick there went against Nathan Burke. It was a pretty awkward attack on the contest then by Burke. And when you see that happen, very often you do see a free kick given away. Holland to Blackie. Drop the mark. Shea puts his head over it. So too did Mariani. Fed out to Cox. Back pedals with the handball to Masters. High kick by Masters, but the mark safely held in defence by Greenland, and he'll send Blackburn away.
So out onto the other side wing, leads in the race, that was Ezard. But the boundary line beats all players, and we'll have a throw in. So we've gone about 11 minutes in this first quarter. Nerves starting to settle now in this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Ball thrown in. Punch. Both teams try to get a tussle out of it. Umpire calls for it. We'll have another ball up in the outer side wing. Greenland, he's been everywhere so far, tries to get the tap down. And another ball up called. So just holding it up in this wet weather. Decent kicks will be hard to come by today. No free kick pay for in the back. It's another ball up. We've moved about 5 metres into the centre square now. Once again, the ruck can jostle at it. The free kick's been picked out. It'll go the way of East Burwood for too high. So East Burwood looking to go inside forward 50. They do so now. A few flyers at the back of the pack. McGilvray couldn't take it. Another ball up cold. So inside forward 50, this is where East Burwood will want it. Blackburn trying to just clear this ball out. Series of handball, no. And holding the ball cold. Had a chance to get rid of it, that was Hatton. Didn't do so, and a free kick paid, and for the argument, it'll be 25 metres. So to have a shot directly in front of goal, it'll be Bo Cosson to put through East Burwood's third for the day. He does so. So East Burwood are just extending this lead. East Burwood 3 straight 18, leading Blackburn 1-1-7. We've gone about 13 minutes in this first quarter, Brad.
I think the 25-metre penalty was for the ball not being handed back. It was just thrust back at the player there in Cosson. It wasn't returned to him in the way the umpire would have liked. So a gimme goal for East Burwood, and Bo Cosson made no mistake. Kicks his first goal kicker so far for East Burwood. Bolton, Gagliardi and Cosson, and for Blackburn, Stephen Wrigley, their only goal kicker thus far. Back in the middle once again. Quick kick out of the middle. Burke flew high, had it fisted away. Mariani couldn't take possession. Good strong tackle applied. And umpire Gall will throw it up. No, in fact, he's paid a free kick there. It will go to Mariani, saying there was a push in the back. And another 25-metre penalty for dissent being shown there by Posabon. He looks incredulous, but certainly it was a very animated discussion going on between Posabon and the umpire Alistair Gall there. And now there's animated discussion between the player and a couple of his teammates who aren't too happy with the fact he's conceded a 25-metre penalty. Mariani, should seem to be a certain goal on offer, but he's hugged it to the right for a minor score. So a bit of a let-off there for Blackburn, and need to just regather their composure, because at the moment they're just lacking a bit of discipline, getting a little bit frustrated.
So looking for an option now. Blackburn kick in. Nice long kick, goes past the defensive 50. No mark taken, trying to run it back, looking for the handball. There was Jackson. Kicks up on the centre wing on the outer side. Riddled it down was McCurry. Trying to get the low kick away, no mark taken. Free kick's been paid, will go East Burwood. We've got Mariani on the outer side, they use him now. He'll be close, touch and go, but he gets around the player and takes a bit of a run. Kicks up towards forward 50 and finds Blackie. Blackie now kicks inside 50, looking for Mariani once again. He's doing all the work so far in this piece of play. Gets the handball away, out into the pocket there, and a fantastic mark taken. So beautiful piece of play, ends up with Jess Bolton looking for his second goal of the game. So this should just extend the lead a bit more. Give East Burwood a bit of breathing space. Comes in now. Doesn't make the distance, hits the post. And through for one behind. So East Burwood 3-2-20, leading Blackburn by 13 points, 1-1-7.
Still very light rain falling, so it is making conditions slippery. Blackburn affecting the change with Aaron Haddon coming back on. There's the thumping kick to half-back. Big pack contesting for it. Ball falls to ground now. East Burwood go forward once more, but getting back to safely hold the mark was Smith. I think he had enough of it there. The umpire agreed. So mark paid to Lee Smith. Smith's kick to half-back. Greenland on a long lead does well. He'd be leading our voting just about for the medal at this stage. Dyson very early, of course, but he's had a great first quarter, Chris Greenland.
Well, if you voted on the first quarter, he'd definitely get my throw.
Great kick by Smith. Got it out to Macaulay. Macaulay's kick to half forward. Posabon has been heavily involved in this first term. Gets a little kick along the ground. Got it out to Haddon. Haddon's long sweeping handball to Wrigley. Wrigley's kick to full forward. And at the back there, Harley couldn't quite get hands to it. So boundary throwing forward pocket for Blackburn. 1-1-7. East Burwood 3-2-20. Coming up to 18 minutes in this first quarter. Back into play, Burke does well. Gave it to Izard. Izard's kick, looking for Allen. Couldn't quite trap it. Wrigley came to offer some opposition. Blackie was involved as well. He got it out to Ivory, and Ivory's kick was effective, finding Heatherton. So Heather floats it forward, not his best effort. Tumbling kick was partly smothered. Half back now for East Burwood. Wrigley, nice interception. Blackburn go forward once again inside 50. Cox at the back, looking to rush him through. Couldn't quite get boot to ball. Dangerous times here for the East Burwood defence, and Izard throws it on the boot and kicks the goal. And on that occasion, really, the East Burwood defence somehow just had to kill the contest. They either needed to force the ball up or rush it through, and I'm sure that was certainly the intention, but nobody could get clean hands on it. And in the end, the best man for the situation for Blackburn was Lachlan Izard, and a good opportunistic goal by him. Sees Blackburn bring the deficit back to 7 points.
So we're finding now, as we go into quarter time, that goals are going to be hard to come by in the air. We're going to be looking down low a little to the Rovers. This is where they'll come into play. Blackburn once again try and get the clearance. The free kick will go the way of the goal kicker Izard. He's getting up a little bit gingerly. Looks to be in quite a bit of pain. Oh, the poor handball, just trying to get it away, but they managed to get it away through George. He kicks it wide. They go inside forward 50 for Smith. Ball spills back up to the front of the pack. Blackburn just trying to edge it forward. Kick comes out of the bottom of the pack. Round the body, bouncing ball. One behind. So just checking if the behind will be added to this quarter time score. Yes, it will. No. So behind not added. So the score at quarter time, East Burwood 3-2-20 leading Blackburn 2-1-13 by 7 points at quarter time in this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final.
Siren sounds to begin the second quarter here at Bayswater Oval in the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for season 2008, with East Burwood holding a 7-point lead at quarter time. And worth mentioning that these quarters in the first half are 20 minutes without time on, no time on added, and after half time 20 minutes with time on added. As free kick is paid to the Burners, half back. Blackburn out of the fence, that was Allen. Allen's kick showed a lot of it to the opposition. The mark was safely held there by, that was by Cox. Dale Cox goes short, got it to Blackie. Lovely pass, honours the lead of Gagliardi. And Gagliardi there on a long lead, takes the mark. Nice kick there as well by David Blackie. Thought both of those players were very good in the first quarter. Blackie coming through the midfield and Gagliardi up forward, looking dangerous. Let's see what he can do this time. Kick looks very good off the boot. It's a beautiful kick, just off target. Distance was not a problem. Just most of the journey looked like being a goal, but just off to the left. Minor score. Takes East Burwood on to 3-3-21, Blackburn 2-1-13.
So Jackson gives the handball away. Blackburn trying to clear out of defence, but a good mark taken there by Holland. Holland puts East Burwood inside 50 once again. So they're doing it well so far within the first few minutes of this quarter. And Cox to line up to put through the first for the quarter. And East Burwood's full. Comes in now. Kicks. Makes the distance, but off to the right. So another blemish on the East Burwood scoreboard. They move on to 3-3-21, trailing Blackburn at 2-1-13. We've gone just under 2 minutes in this second quarter.
And as we speak, the sun just trying to break through, just starting to fine up a little bit here at Bayswater Oval. Hopefully that will continue as the ball's in the middle of the ground. Burke working hard. He was cast in the role of a rover then. Short pass by Shea up towards the wing and spoiled nicely there by Maloney. So boundary throwing outer side of Bayswater Oval. It will be Holland contesting the ruck for East Burwood. He won the tap down. Haddon takes possession, got his handball away to Allen. And Allen's kick bouncing along the boundary. Haddon out of mid-air. Boots it forward. Ryan takes the mark, but umpire Lawson says there was a definite push in the back there against Simon Ryan. So free kick goes to East Burwood. Kick by the Rams to the middle. No mark taken. Kick forward by Wrigley. Just carried over the head of Cox. And Michael Shea safely takes the mark for East Burwood. Elects to go short. Bit of a dangerous kick. Showed a lot of it. Out of defence now. Posabon. Posabon for East Burwood. Poor kick, intercepted nicely then by Cox. Dale Cox, who's made a good start to this second term. Finding plenty of the ball. Boots it forward. Big pack contesting for it. Handball came clear again to Posabon, who's racking up the touches, but he has turned it over a few times. There's the kick by Phillips. Handball was shot out. Chance here for the Rams through Cox, and he slams it into the woodwork. So just a minor score for East Burwood, kicked by Dale Cox, and it takes the Rams on to 3 goals 5-23, leading Blackburn 2-1-13.
So it'll be the captain, Michael Shea, that can kick this one out. Try and get Blackburn out of the fence. We spent most of the second term inside East Burwood's forward half. It's a good solid kick. Now just looking for the next option. Doesn't quite find it, ball punched away. Nice tackle laid there. They'll be holding the ball and advantage paid, so Blackburn are away. Up onto centre wing, they've got the run here. Macaulay runs now, kicks inside 50. A few players fly, handball goes over the top, running into an open goal, kicks it, fantastic work there by, sorry, I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Ryan, Simon Ryan. So a nice quick bit of play there from Blackburn there, just to make sure that they're getting their kicks right, and obviously with the dry conditions the ball will dry in the air, and Ryan makes the most of that and puts through Blackburn's third. They now trail by 4 points.
Simon Ryan has been around a long time, formerly at Blackburn, then at Forest Hill, and now back at Blackburn, I should say, and he's a great runner. I'm sure he'll appreciate it if this track fastens up a bit. Probably not quite as quick as he once was, but still a very good mover, Simon Ryan, as the kick up towards the wing is safely marked. Mark held there by Fletcher. Probably could have been a 25-metre penalty. Fletcher's kick forward. Good grab taken. Nice strong mark held there for East Burwood by McNamara. James McNamara doesn't waste any time, launches it forward, talling kick, but a good mark taken. Great mark by Smith, and he was terrific in that first quarter. Not his best effort though, dangerous kick, and the mark held there again by Gagliardi as Nathan Burke has come to the field, and a lot of blood emanating, I think, from his nose. Gagliardi is very impressive, Dyson. He's only 18 years of age. He's a terrific mark. He moves well. He's a thumping kick.
He's been everywhere, man, so far today.
He's made no mistake. As soon as it came off the boot, he was very happy with it. And Matthew Gagliardi has kicked his second goal. And yeah, I reckon keep your eye on him. I think he's a definite player of the future for the East Burwood Football Club. Looks like a class player from what we've seen so far, and he's booted his second. So 4-5-29, East Burwood lead Blackburn 3-1-19, 10-point lead to the Rams, just past the 7-minute mark of this second quarter.
So some good work from the Rams just to get one back. We go out to clear through East Burwood. Wrigley gets the kick inside 50 and finds Ivory. So within quick succession, East Burwood can put through 2 in a row here and just extend this lead a bit further. The biggest lead we've had of the game is 11 points. It's now 10 at the moment, this to make it 16. James Ivory comes in now. Stop and steady approach, kicks high, drifts it off to the left, so Ivory with the one behind moves East Burwood onto 4-6-30. They lead Blackburn 3-1-19, 11-point margin. We've gone 8 minutes in the second term.
So back into play, target was Johnson, and spoiling from behind there. In fact, he may have conceded the free kick. It will be a boundary throw-in. So the umpire to throw it back into play. Nobody really got an effective ruck tap out that time. Socket off the ground, up towards the wing. Ball spills loose now. East Burwood go forward to centre half forward position and getting crunched. It was a pretty heavy collision back there. The kick up towards the wing, one-on-one contest. Taking possession was Blackburn player who was all wrapped up, and that's a very heavy shepherd. There's Izard involved there, and very heavy shepherd. No free kick paid, the emergency umpire right on the scene. So ball thrown back into play. It's tapped down by McCurry, got it to Allen. Izard flew high, got a fist to it, and the umpire right on the scene to ball it up once more. Lawson throws it up, tapped down by Holland. Wrigley boots it forward. Wrigley's kick, no mark. It was a mark, terrific mark in the end for East Burwood. Safely held, and Plummer there earning the ire of a couple of East Burwood players. Don't see too much in it. Seemed like a good strong mark taken there. Little handball given off to Register. And Register's kick to the outer side. Boundary throw in.
Robbie Kerr, it was who took that mark and got up quite gingerly. The trainer's just trying to grab him off. He's back in the contest now.
Ryan gets a quick kick around the corner. Plummer, I think it is, taking the mark for Blackburn and diving in to take the grab. So Simon Ryan doing plenty of damage in the second term for Blackburn on that occasion, booting it forward, and Plummer taking the mark in the forward pocket. Slide angle, well, not just a slide angle, quite a difficult angle, but certainly a kickable goal you'd think. He's just off target, so another let off. Blackburn 3-2-20, East Burwood 4 goals, 6-30. East Burwood probably the more wasteful of the two sides, but that was certainly a chance there for Gavin Plummer.
So both sides just trying to get into this game. We've had 8 behind so far. Ball spills out the back of the pack outside 50. Good pick up there by Jackson, who kicks inside 50 for Blackburn. Trying to get around couple. There was Hatton as he goes inside. Good kick.
And 25.
And 25 paid for the little love tap after the mark. So, a few players getting into it there. And Simon Ryan to put this one straight through the middle. Brings this margin back to 4 points. It's East Burwood 4-6-30. They're trailing Blackburn, leading Blackburn 4-2-26. We've played 12 minutes in the second quarter, Brad.
Oh, he's on fire, Simon Ryan, 2 goals and doing a lot of damage up forward. Note that he's only 26 years of age, so he probably would still be as quick as ever. But he's kicked 2 goals in this term, and that was Robbie Ward, the captain of East Burwood, who conceded the 25-metre penalty. So probably not setting the example there in terms of discipline. Another goal on board for Blackburn. 4-point lead to East Burwood. Game's livened up a bit in this second term. Blackie does well to take a mark, and he's on wing position. Goes short. Posabon got it down to Jackson. Long kick by Jackson. Kerr was in the box seat for East Burwood. Ball spills out the back. Fed out now. Could be a free kick downfield against Greenland. And it will be a free kick downfield, so we'll go to East Burwood. Just like Cox there on the wing position. Cox goes short, nice kick. Mariani, he just thought it was going to come straight to him, and in the end it carried over his head, but he probably needed to be moving a bit better than that. And boundary throw in. So Dale Cox finding plenty of the ball in the second term. Probably been East Burwood's best in the second term, with Ryan Ryan Blackburn's best player in this second quarter. East Burwood go forward once again. Mariani's kick to full forward, but the mark safely held there by Wrigley. And Wrigley will come out of defence for Blackburn, just sizes up his options. Kicks to half-back, Cox in the box seat, and that must be a 25-metre penalty as well. Just silly, Dyson, really, on that occasion. The mark was always going to be taken by Cox, and it's not courageous or skillful to line up someone who's going to take a mark and just, you know, hit crunch him in that manner.
We've seen a bit of it from both sides so far, and I think it's just a little bit of adrenaline going to the head and that sort of thing early in this game.
There's the kick by Cox. Has he snuck it home? I think he has. And that's a goal. Simon Cox kicks his first of the day and makes Peter Posabon pay for that lack of discipline. And I should mention that I reckon he's been one of Blackburn's best players today, Posabon. He's winning a lot of the footy, but twice he's given away costly 25-metre penalties. And he's just got to well, pull his head in, because that was silly on that occasion.
Exactly right, and hopefully they can make up for it as we're back in the middle once again. Blackburn once again getting the clearance, so they're really winning it out of the middle. This is sort of what's trying to milk the free kick there was Hatton. Looking for an option. He's called to play on. He's got Mariani close to him. Has to go over the handball, right over the top. Finds Smith, who goes inside 50, looking for a marking option. Kerr was at the front of the pack for East Burwood, trying to clear it out. We'll have a ball up, pretty much at the top of the goal square for Blackburn. Greenland gets a little kick off the bottom of the pack. Kerr, nice bit of work there, and a good kick trying to clear it out towards the boundary. So some good defensive work there from Robbie Kerr. Picked up the ball, kicked it about 40 metres along the ground. Let it go outside, gave his side a bit of room. Blackburn trying to get the clearing handball. They do now. Kicks. High fly comes from Blythe, but he can't quite manage to pull it down. And we've moved right across goal, and we'll have a throw in about 15 metres around from the Blackburn goal. Ball thrown in. Greenland tried to grab it out of the ruck, went straight through his hands. Both teams trying to get that clean possession away. They'll have a ball up. So some good work from both sides, and the blood rule paid. So the East Burwood player coming off. Used to be some blood from the nose of, I think that's Holland. And it'll be Wrigley to come back on for the Rams. And back underway. Ball thrown up. Blackburn looking for one more just before the stroke of half time. Another ball up call. They've got about 2.5 minutes to do so. Ball thrown up once again. Robbie Kerr grabbed it out of the ruck, but only as far as the Blackburn player gets the kick around the body. Out-muscled, outplayed, and goal. Fantastic work there from Gavin Plummer. Just got around a couple, made sure he cooked the mark, and put through Blackburn's 5th of the day. So we're back to that 4-point margin. Blackburn 5-2-32, trailing East Burwood 5-6-36 with about 2 minutes to play in this second quarter.
Good goal by Gavin Plummer, who started to loom large in his second term. And just kicked 1 goal, 1 for the quarter. 5 goals, 6-36. East Burwood leading Blackburn 5-2-32. As I speak, the Vermont players starting to assemble just in front of our commentary position for the senior grand final. Brad Hall was getting like a rock star welcome when he turned up a few minutes ago, signing autographs and wants to shake his hand. So the ball in the forward pocket there for East Burwood. So boundary throw in. Only a minute of play remaining in this second term. 4-point lead to the Rams. Smith bounces the kick along the ground. Blackie went to ground, quickly got back to his feet though, importantly, but his kick was not good. And the mark safely held in defence for Blackburn. Wrigley should get the ball here. It was a very long lead. It took a long time to get to him though, and he was favoured there by the free kick. So Wrigley, the recipient of the free, goes to Shea. Shea did well.
Still time for one more if they move it on quickly.
Yeah, they've got 30 seconds to get it forward now. East Burwood, no, well, maybe not. So I guess we can't trust the time clock to the second because it has sounded at 19 minutes 34. But in any event, that's the end of the first half. Half-time here with East Burwood 5-6-36. Blackburn 5 goals to 32. 4-point lead to the Rams at half-time. And it should be a fantastic second half in the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for season 2008. Well, beautiful sunny conditions greet us for the start of the third quarter here at Bayswater Oval, where East Burwood lead by 4 points, 5 goals, 6-36 to Blackburn, 5 goals to 32. And we are into the third term, which will be 20 minutes with time on added. As East Burwood, I should say, kicked forward first. Wrigley there, came from behind, fisted it down, and the umpire right in the scene to ball it up. Umpires Mark Lawson and Alistair Gall officiating today. Umpire Lawson throws it up. Ball on the deck, handball was fed out. Blackburn, I should say, go forward. Pazabon got it to Johnson. Jackson palmed it down into the path of Posabon. Posabon now backpedals to Jackson. Lovely kick by Jackson, and he hits Simon Ryan on the chest. And Simon Ryan had a lot to do with getting Blackburn back into the game in that second term. Very lively up forward. Ryan runs very close to the man on the mark, gives it all he's got, and the kick hangs it out to the right. So a minor score there for Blackburn as they move on to 5-3-33. East Burwood 5 goals, 6-36.
You say close to the man on the mark, but I reckon he's ended up almost right next to him when he's kicked it. Sort of an interesting kicking style, trying to run around the man on the mark right next to him, but unlucky this time, just the one behind. East Burwood kick out, dangerous kick. Burners plays there, they just jump on it. And the East Burwood player has been called for holding the ball. That is Fletcher. And the free kick will go the way of Blackburn. So good start for Blackburn so far. We've gone about 2 minutes in this third term. And it's Johnson who can put the first goal of the second half on the board and put Blackburn in front for the first time in this match. Comes in now, kicks long, won't make the distance, and a good mark taken there by Holland. He kicks into the pocket. East Burwood trying to find this run that they had in the first half. Out on the outer side wing, a bit of a tussle. As Posabon gets the clearing kick away. On centre wing now. Dangerous kick, but Blackburn will lead in the race here. That's Jackson who goes inside 50. Good mark taken there. Fantastic work by Blackburn, and Plummer is set up. Well, can he put the first one of the third quarter on the board?
Had a shot from a very similar position down the other end of the ground in the first quarter, and was off target on that occasion.
So Gary Plummer to put it in.
He's done the same thing again.
Started it right, and it stayed right. So just another behind on the scoreboard for Blackburn. They now move on to 5-4-34. They trail East Burwood 5-6-36.
Dangerous kick in. Ryan now takes possession, goes short, and the mark safely held for Blackburn. Simon Ryan getting involved again and passing it to Jackson. So Blackburn in this third quarter kicking to the Mountain Highway end of the ground. Neil Jackson now has a shot from a pretty similar position to where Plummer was before. Plummer started it right and it stayed that way. Jackson has started very well right and it's gone even further off to the right. So out of bounds on the full. Disappointing kick by Neil Jackson. So the Rams take it out of defence. Handball then from Register. Got it to Ward. Robbie Ward took his time getting rid of it. As a result, he was under a fair bit of pressure when he finally kicked the ball. And his kick up towards the defensive 50 boundary line. Pretty quiet so far today, Robbie Ward, the captain of the East Burwood team. Handball spilled clear. Blackburn go forward. Floating kick to full forward. No mark taken there by Plummer. Henderson got it to Register. And Register's kick was a poor one, out of bounds on the full. He's been pretty quiet as well. Jack Register. There's the kick to full forward. Free kick has been paid. No advantage paid though. Free kick will go to the Rams. And it looks like Holland there. No, in fact it's Phillips who takes the free kick. For short. Rams from halfback. Floating kick to the wing position. Smith flew high, as he has done on a number of occasions today. Ball socket along the ground and out over the boundary line once more. So 5 goals, 6:36. East Burwood lead Blackburn 5-4-34. 2-point lead to the Rams. And we're coming up to 6 minutes in this third quarter. McNamara stripped of it. Got a boot to ball, but it's going nowhere. So the umpire throw it up once more. It's at half forward for East Burwood. And some good bullocking work done there again by Osborne, who's been in everything today, both positive and negative. At the moment, the ball just going nowhere. Can Blackburn get something going? There's the floating kick forward by Bryan. And it bounces over the boundary line for another throw.
So it's been some good work from both sides so far. Blackburn trying to push it forward. Had a few shots on goal so far in this quarter, can't quite convert. Ball spills out the back of the pack. East Burwood have the options. A good solid mark taken there by Bolton. Plays on Bolton, kicks, smothered. Picks out there by McCauley, who goes inside 50 for Blackburn. Looking for a mark, finds it. And a fantastic job there from Shane Ryan, who can go back and put through his first of the day. And this will be the one that the Blackburn have been looking for. They've had 3 shots at it already. Sorry, 2 shots at it already. And Ryan can put through a lead for the Blackburn Panthers. Comes in now, kicks true. That's a goal. So Blackburn, for the first time in this match, lead. They lead 6-4-40 over East Burwood, 5-6-36. We've played 8 minutes in this third term. It was fantastic work from Blackburn. They were under pressure for a bit there and just managed to clear it out with a few good kicks and resulted in a goal, Brad.
Well, it was just in a bit of a holding pattern for a while there. No team was really able to get the ascendancy, so that was a goal which quite a lot of hard work for Blackburn as Greenland got it out to Bryan. Ball on the wing position. Handball is partly smothered. Chance here for Haddon. Haddon's kick to full forward. Ball is fisted away. Spills out now. Izard, who's dangerous every time he's gone near it. And it's rushed through from behind. First 5 minutes of this quarter, Dyson, resembled one of those rallies in tennis when they just keep hitting it back to each other, and you get like 40 or 50 shots in the rally, and then finally one person wins the point, one person loses. All that effort for absolutely nothing. That's what it's been like for East Burwood so far.
It's a fantastic analogy, Brad. It's exactly like that.
In this quarter, East Burwood working hard, but no score to speak of to show for it. And as for Blackburn, they've worked just as hard. They've managed that one goal. So, ball came away from Cox. Out of defence. He's spilled up towards the wing. Handball from Greenland, but he was over the boundary line. And the umpire to throw it in. Just watch Chris Greenland in the ruck here. He was dominant in that first quarter in the ruck. Doesn't really have anyone competing against him initially. Then he caught one around the head, and no free kick paid. Now there's a free to Haddon. Aaron Haddon floats it forward, and must be a free kick to Heatherton for East Burwood. And that was against Macaulay. Heatherton short, floats it. It's not hitting targets at the moment. Kick by Penhullerick, got it to Bolton. Bolton into the middle of the ground to Register, who's starting to find the ball. Nice kick into open space, got it to Maloney. Kick forward looking for Blackie, but it will find the boundary line. That seems to be happening a lot for East Burwood, just not using the centre corridor, continually kicking out to the boundary, and as a result we are seeing a lot of boundary throw-ins and a lot of stoppages outside of the centre corridor. So East Burwood probably just need to go back to basics here. As the kick for Smith, good strong mark. Lee Smith in the middle, wants to play on, does so now, out towards half forward. Ball paddled on to Shea. Handball over the top by Shea into open space. Penhullerick takes possession and he's bundled over the boundary line. As we'll see a boundary throw in. 11.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Blackburn 6-5-41. East Burwood 5-6-36.
So ball thrown in. Both ruckman jostling. It's been a good tussle today. I think Greenland's won out so far. Blackburn get the clearance away. The handball comes out. Only goes as far as Cox, who kicks up onto centre wing, looking for an option, bouncing ball, pressures on from both sides. Blackburn get the kick away, trying to get it. Mariano tries to push through the tackle. Ball's bundled over the line and out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Both players just a little bit of hello between each other. Greenland wins the tap once again. Mariano falls to the bottom of the ball, but he's tackled without it, and the free kick will go to Anthony Mariano. So, short option, looks for it, finds Bolton. We had a solid first quarter. Starting to find a bit of the ball now. Goes right across to the other side of Bayswater Oval and finds Cox. That's Cameron Cox, who kicks up on a centre wing. It's a 50-50 contest, and the boundary line wins out this time. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the outer side of Bayswater Oval. So the sun's starting to dry off this ground now. We found earlier that clean possession was hard to come by. We're starting to see a lot more good football coming out of both these sides as East Burwood try and push it forward through Register. But he can only find the boundary line. And out on the full, I think, has been called. And it'll be a free kick to Blackburn. So Blackburn once again with the run. This is what we've seen, using the middle, using the corridor as much as they possibly can. They're forced to go wide this time. And a good mark taken there by Jackson. Part of the leadership group. Goes back inside to the middle of the ground, finds Brian, who goes inside 50 for Blackburn. Mark taken, ball spills. East Burwood trying to get a kick away. Kerr in there, tries to get it away, can't. Umpire calls for the ball and we'll have the ball up. So some good work so far, Brad, from Blackburn, just trying to force it forward.
Yeah, they're doing well, but I think East Burwood, as I've mentioned, they just need to stop kicking it out to the boundary and start heading down the middle of the ground. It's the quickest way home here at Bayswater, as it is on any ground, but this Bayswater Oval is not a really big ground, and there isn't a lot of purpose in heading out to the wings all the time, because more often than not we'll find the boundary line.
We seem to see it gets lost out on that outer side wing. It sort of just gets stuck in there for a couple of minutes, but Blackburn trying to get it out, but Wrigley kicks it out, bouncing ball, and we'll have a throw in. True centre wing on the outer side. We've gone just under 15 minutes. Blackburn, after kicking the only goal of this quarter, have hit the lead for the first time in the game. Looking to go forward once again.
No worries, Dyson, as Blackburn go forward. Floating kick, big pack camped under it. Almost a mark taken there by Ryan. Handball was fed out to Simon Ryan now. He races in and kicks the goal. Simon Ryan, he's just about the difference between the two sides at the moment. He's the class in that Blackburn forward line, and he's kicked his third goal of the day. And it wasn't a great kick off the boot by Simon Ryan, but it was effective. 3 goals for him now. Blackburn just open up a little bit of a buffer. 7 goals, 5-47, leading East Burwood 5-6-36. 11 points the margin now. And Blackburn, coached by Scott Harvey, of course, and he's been pretty happy with what his Chargers are managing to do at the moment, because they've kept East Burwood scoreless in this third term. We've just gone past 16 minutes in the third quarter, so great turn by Blackburn. Only 2 goals themselves, but great job to keep East Burwood scoreless to this stage, as by Lawson will ball it up once more in the outer wing position. Tosses it up. McCurry competing in the ruck for Blackburn. Greenland on the interchange there. He's been all bandaged up and he's ready to come back on. So maybe that little one that he copped around the back of the head in the last ruck, or the ruck contest a couple of minutes ago, was actually more serious than we thought. So he has been bandaged up now. Had to come off the field. East Burwood go forward. Dangerous kick. That's a kick in hope. And poor choice there by Mariani. Marked there by Haddon. And Haddon getting it out towards George. Mariani, I thought, was super impressive in that first quarter, but he's gone off the boil a bit. He's made some bad errors in this third term. That last kick is the one he'd want to watch again. A lot of players surrounding the ball. Be another ball up. 11-point lead to Blackburn. Simon Ryan has kicked 3 goals today, 1 each to Shane Ryan, Izard, Wrigley and Plummer. Ball on the deck. They hail the taxi, but the umpire decides against paying a free kick. 3 Burwood goals today. Gagliardi's kicked 2, 1 each to Bolton, Cosson and Cox, Simon Cox. Hotly contested footy again. This time it will be a free kick. And it's gone the way of Mariani. This time he goes short. Rams go forward. Floating kick. Shea, courageous to get back and take the mark. And he didn't know what was coming from behind him, but he did well then, Michael Shea, the captain of the Blackburn team. Boots it up towards half-back. Blackie now takes possession. They need a goal, East Burwood, desperately. And Shea again showed courage, but he was outpointed that time by his teammate. With the mark held by Tumanello. So Tumanello's kick to half-back. Bolton gets his handball away. In close quarters, very heavy traffic. They have to negotiate here, East Burwood. And the ball on the deck once more. East Burwood really need their class players like Bolden and Wrigley to start finding more of the footy. Shea, short pass. Johnson has it at half-back for Blackburn, just assesses his options. Wants somebody to kick to. Now he goes short, just goes laterally out towards the wing. And slow burn build-up here for Blackburn. They can afford to do that as they lead by 11 points.
So we're out on the outer side wing. Called to play on. Almost smothered, but it gets into the middle of the ground. Good mark taken there by Fletcher. In the centre of the ground. Kicks quickly, wastes no time. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Bolton's in prime position. He's tackled. Umpire called play on. Players all around the ball. Handball comes out the back of the pack. And inside 50 from East Burwood. Punched away from the back. Ooh, nice little hip and shoulder there as both players come in. I think it was Izard who copped the worst of that. We see Greenland back on the ground with a nice bit of head tape going on there. Both ruckmen jostle for it. Still looking for that clear possession, just to clear it out of that flank area. Comes through Blackie, who kicks inside 50 for East Burwood. Bouncing ball, kicks, and out on the full. So nothing presenting there for East Burwood, and it'll be a Blackburn free kick to be taken by Sam McCauley. So McCauley from fullback kicks back into that flank where the ball's been stuck for the last few minutes. But a good mark paid to Greenland, who's coming back into this game. Had a quiet second quarter. Kicks up, good kick, finds Johnson. Gives the running handball, bouncing ball for Jackson. Jackson can't pick it up. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Bolton gets the handball away, and a free kick's been plucked out. And a card will go to the Blackburn player. And a free kick going to East Burwood. So it'll be a yellow card. Which will mean Blackburn will be a man down for the next 15 minutes of this game. The East Burwood free kick to be taken pretty much on centre wing. It was Jackson.
Must be downfield free.
And another free kick paid, and 25. So Blackburn getting quite a few indiscretions within the last couple of minutes, and it's been costly as well, as the umpire's giving him a hefty 25-metre penalty.
I don't know what that was for. I know what the downfield free was for, but I don't know what the 25-metre penalty was for, because it was Cox who went and mouthed off at his opponent. The Blackburn player didn't seem to do anything further, but he got a 25-metre penalty against him.
So Cameron Cox has kicked the goal, and a few indiscretions. I think we had two 25-metre penalties, the downfield free kick, and then another 25-metre penalty. And East Burwood have gone from half back, and kicked the goal, Brad.
Yeah, that's a very handy one for East Burwood. They needed that as well, and it's crucial because they've up to that point they hadn't scored in this quarter. According to the scoreboard, they still haven't scored. Although now it's gone up. 5 points the margin. Posabon in the middle. Handball to Shea. Shea from half-back floats it forward. Seemed to be a throw there for all the world by Blythe. Wasn't paid. Cox he seemed to throw it out as well. No free kick paid. Umpire blindsided. And Hatton there all wrapped up. And crashing in was Cox. Hatton wants to play on. And what's the umpire's decision going to be now? Holding the ball against Hatton. So he elected to play on when it was against Posabon, sorry. He elected to play on when he had players all around him. I reckon offensively he's probably been the best on ground today, Posabon, but he's made some bad mistakes as well, which have certainly hindered his game. This is Blythe on the wing position. Careful kick. And the mark and a 25. That's just silly from Cox. Can't understand that. The mark safely held by Hatton. And no need to do that. Not malicious, but just needless.
I think we could almost introduce another stat into this game, 25-minute penalties, Brent.
Oh, there's been a lot of them. And most of them have been very much correct decisions by the umpire. Most of them have just been so completely... just completely unnecessary. It was Hatton who went to Shea. Shea goes short and finds Greenland. Greenland's kick, or was it Posabon? His kick forward, out of defence. Penhulrich takes the mark. Wants to play on quickly, swinging left foot kick up towards the wing position. Here's the charge of the Light Brigade. Anita Shepherd on there. No, it wasn't forthcoming. Handball shovelled out. Was well played to Macaulay. His handball to Hatton. Sorry, it was George who got it to Hatton. And now the pass to Smith.
Just no talk from the East Burwood players. I think they had 4 players who were going to be first in line for the ball and couldn't manage to pick it up. Bit off their game at the moment as Wrigley comes out of defence for East Burwood. They need to get something going now. Wrigley had it for a long time. Released the handball. Booted forward, looking for Cox. And again taken over that boundary line. As player limping off there for Blackburn is Lance Blythe. Just coming off a bit gingerly. It's not too bad. I reckon we'll probably see him back on. If not in this quarter, then in that final term, which is coming up very shortly. Close to the boundary once more and taken over. So pretty low scoring third term. This one is 2 goals for Blackburn, 1 for East Burwood. Blackburn 7-5-47. East Burwood 6 goals, 6-42. Shovelled out to Hatton, who's had a great third quarter. Ball on the deck. Hatton's hurt. Very slow to get up in the background. That has to be incorrect disposal, you would think. No free kick forthcoming. Phillips now shuffles it out. There's the long kick forward by Maloney. Floats inside 50. McNamara got boot to ball. Tamanello did well, took the tackler on, feeds the handball out. And East Burwood, though, they line up to repel once more. Izzard putting pressure on. Strong tackle applied by Johnson. And we will have another ball up. 7-5-47. Blackburn lead East Burwood 6-6-42. So you'd think that East Burwood would need the next one. Blackburn have had a lot of the run in this third term. They do so once again. The handball comes out, but too late. Called by the umpire, and the free kick will go to Tim Law. 2 kicks. It was a poor kick, but it'll bounce and sit up for Penhulrich. The kicks to Mariani. Good mark taken there by Anthony Mariani. And I was just saying they'll need one. And I think Mariani's the man to do it. So that's the 3/4 time siren. The margin at the moment 5 points. We have a few different scenarios here. We could see East Burwood go up by 1, down by 4, or down by 5 into the 3/4 time break. It's all up to Anthony Mariani. Comes in now. Kicks, starts it right. It stays right. Stays too right, out on the full. So no change to the score. And at three-quarter time, Blackburn have hit the lead for the first time in the game. 7-5-47, leading East Burwood at 6-6-42.
So the last quarter just about to get underway here at the Bayswater Oval, where Blackburn lead by 5 points, 7 goals, 5-47 to East Burwood 6-6-42. East Burwood started like a train at the start of the game. They got off to a bit of a flyer, but ever since then, they've found goals very hard to come by. I reckon they kicked their first 3 goals, probably in about inside the first 12 or 14 minutes of that first term. But ever since then, goals have been at a premium. They've really struggled to scoreboard pressure on the opposition. Late in that quarter, an important goal was kicked by Cameron Cox, which saw them get to back to within 5 points. So in the middle once more. Handball was shot out to Haddon. He was possibly held without it. No free kick. Try to throw it up. So tosses it up now. Strong tackle applied on McCurry. So umpire Lawson throws it up once more. On the ground. High tackle, possibly no free kick paid. There's the kick forward by Masters. Thumping kick, bounces, gets the luckiest of bounces and goes through for a goal. So Masters gets East Burwood off to a great start here in the last quarter. So Rhett Masters kicking that goal, and it's fair to say it was a very, very lucky bounce. It didn't look like it was going to be a goal, but managed to bounce through. And East Burwood hit the front once again. They lead by a point. 7-6-48 to Blackburn 7-5-47.
That's one of the luckiest bounces you would ever see. East Burwood go inside 50 once again. And he goes as far as the Blackburn defence, who clear out well. Bouncing ball doesn't sit well for Plummer. He manages to tap it down, gets it away to Johnson, who kicks. Greenland will lead in the race for this one. Trying to pick it up. He's in pursuit. That's Cox, but Greenland gets his kick away. It's touched and it'll go over the line, and one rush behind there for Blackburn. So scores all tied up here at Bayswater Oval. It's 7-6-48 apiece, and we are set for a fantastic last 20 minutes of the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Brad?
Absolutely, it's going to go down to the wire as Maloney comes away for East Burwood. And a nice kick to Blackie. Blackie's kick to the wing. Chain of handballs finishes in the hands of Cox. Cox belts it forward, but Greenland is back there to safely pouch the mark for Blackburn. Greenland's kick into the middle of the ground. Under pressure, handball fed out by Allen. This is Smith. Smith's kick into the path of Ryan. It bounced, that time eluded Ryan. Penhullerick up towards the wing position. Booted forward by Mariani. Loose player on is McNamara. No, it's Wrigley, in fact. Wrigley has time. Takes plenty of time. Now gives it to Cox. And Cox kicks the goal. They made hard work of it, East Burwood, but in the end got the desired result. And a great goal kick by Dale Cox.
Well, we saw the open play there in Wrigley, and when the scores are pretty much all square, you can't give players like that some room, and they've really made Blackburn pay, and they now find themselves trailing by 7 points. So a fantastic goal there to Dale Cox. It's his first for the day. We have a 6-point ball game here. 7-6 to 8-6. Greenland trying to get it away. Plummer in there as well. So the two talls for Blackburn playing into the centre of the ground. Getting the run away was Hatton. Shrugs off a couple. Bouncing ball. And over the line. And it's one behind for Blackburn. So just trying to get this margin back. 5 points now. Blackburn 7-49. Trail East Burwood 8-6-54.
So 5 points, the deficit. Maloney brings it back in, kicks to the outer side. And it's all Blackburn though this time. Short passes on to Johnson. Johnson has time, he goes short. And another loose player on. The mark safely held, so some loose checking. Tom Harley there taking the mark and getting it from Johnson. So Harley, who's been pretty quiet today, I have to say. I thought he'd feature very prominently in this Blackburn reserves team, having played a lot of senior football, but he's been fairly quiet, well held. Kick was not his best effort either, off to the right, and a minor score for Tom Harley. 22-year-old who's has brought the deficit back to 4 points. East Burwood lead by 4 points, 54 to 50.
As we've seen, there's a lot of young guys who have stood up in this grand final for both sides. Both very young sides. They're learning a lesson now. Handball comes back out to Ryan. Had a fantastic second quarter, really put this game on its head. We've got runners. That's Wrigley over the other side. Gets around one, kicks now. But it's to the right, and another behind for the Blackburn Football Club. So the score now, 7-10-52 to East Burwood, 8-6-54. We've played just under 7 minutes in this final term.
Fisted that way there by Brian. East Burwood move it forward. And Law there was crunched. Blackie got involved again. Taking possession now is Wrigley. Nice kick, they go forward. It was Blythe to the top of the square. Burke had a lot of it. Now gets boot to ball. Doesn't have the legs on it to make the distance. Yes, it does. And big Nathan Burke kicks his first goal of the day. He got those big long arms up there. Couldn't quite take the mark, but he had the wherewithal to quickly get boot to ball. And Blackburn now lead by 3 points. So goal for goal, they're back in front, the Burners. 8 goals, 9-57 to East Burwood. 8 goals, 6-54.
This is a fantastic game. So we've gone 8 minutes. We've had 3 goals kicked, so we'll probably go maybe 26, 27 minutes. Which leaves plenty of time for plenty of goals in this last quarter. Ball in the middle, both teams trying to get that clean possession. It comes out through East Burwood, bouncing ball. Ryan tried to pick it up, ball punched away. In there was Register. Had a good third quarter. Plummer, first in, he's got Cox sitting on his heel. East Burwood trying to get this clearing kick away. Penn Hollowick gets it inside 50 for East Burwood, and a solid mark taken there by Cox. So that's what they needed. East Burwood just to bring this game back. And this is probably the most important kick of the game. No pressure though for Dale Cox. Just to put his side 3 points up again. Starts it left, swings it back. Has he swung it back enough? Yes, he has. And celebrates accordingly. So the score now, 9-6-60. The Rams, they lead by 3 points in this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final, 8-9-57. We've just ticked over 9 minutes in this last quarter.
Well, it is absolutely going to go down to the wire. Just 3 points the margin. East Burwood hit the front once again. As I said, goal for goal. We've seen a number of lead changes in this final term. There's a quick kick forward by Blackie. Little handball off to Penn Hullerick. High kick into the path of Cox. Dale Cox was knocked to ground. Penhullerich. High left foot kick. Oh no, it was Tumanello there rushing it through. I was wondering what this Burwood player was attempting to do there, but in the end it was Tumanello for Blackburn. There's a bit of a colour clash between these two sides. Hasn't been too much of a problem today, but on that occasion it caused some confusion.
So Blackburn with the long kick out, just trying to clear it out of defence. Greenland couldn't take the mark, fell to ground. Ball goes inside 50 for East Burwood once again, trying to find it at the bottom of the pack. That was Penhullerich, and he's kicked it. So that could be the game breaker here. That makes it a 10-point margin in this grand final. The score now 10-7-67. East Burwood leading Blackburn 8-9-57. We've just ticked over 10.5 minutes. Still plenty of time in this Division 1 Reserves grand final. But that goal could be the game breaker, Brad Henderson.
Yeah, great goal by Kane Penhullerich. He's had a terrific second half. Probably didn't feature all that prominently in the first half, but in this second half of the game, he's really come into it, and it was a terrific goal. And Cox was again involved there, Dale Cox, and I reckon he's starting to put a bit of pressure on for the best on ground honours as well. He's had a great game as Wrigley was involved once more. There's the kick forward. All of a sudden, East Burwood are full of running. And it's Blackburn who are just struggling to hold on. 10 points the margin. East Burwood 10-7-67 lead. Blackburn 8 goals 9-57. Boundary throw in forward pocket.
Roger Kerr at the back of the pack, just sitting by himself.
Greenland fisted it straight back over the boundary line. So take two. Another boundary throw in forward pocket. Greenland really jostling very heavily there with Gagliardi. Gagliardi won the tap.
Both of those two have also had great games for their respective clubs in this grand final so far.
Yeah, I think both of them were probably better in the first half, both of those players. There's a quick kick forward. Another quick kick out of the pack. The boundary line was beckoning once more. So do Blackburn have it in them to get the quick reply? This is Greenland against Gagliardi. Gagliardi doing well. He's a bit outsized there, but he's competing well in the ruck contests. And another rush behind on the board. So that was some nervous moments for the Blackburn defence. I reckon if they'd kicked another goal there, East Burwood would almost it'd be very hard from here for Blackburn to come back. So a handy point there. Makes the margin 11 points. Interesting kick. We've got Johnson sitting all by himself, takes the mark. He's got Allen just sitting by himself, but puts himself under a mountain of pressure, and you can't do that in the last quarter of a grand final. So Wrigley to take the free kick, and that was poor form from Luke Johnson. Just had the options up, but just didn't use them as East Burwood go inside 50 once again. Ball at the back of the pack, bouncing ball. One behind. Touched off the back of the pack. I think it's the East Burwood fans and the East Burwood players just trying to get us a little bit excited. But that one is the handy point, Brad Henderson. That now makes it 12 points, 10-9-69. East Burwood leading Blackburn 8-9-57. We've played just under 14 minutes in this last quarter. Kick to half back. Greenland takes possession. Got a good shepherd from Izard. Floats the kick forward now. Ryan. Simon Ryan on the wing. Passes to full forward. Harley got it to Blythe. Blythe's kick bounces. Doesn't get a fortuitous bounce. Excuse me, and over the boundary line. And Luke Johnson, he was like a rabbit in the head, caught in the headlights a few moments ago. And he's been benched for that indiscretion. Thumped out of the ruck by Holland. We're throwing 12-point margin, 12-point lead to East Burwood, 10-9-69. Blackburn 8-9-57. Back into play, tap one down by Holland into open space. That was a very heavy collision. I think it was Gagliardi who was Kerr, in fact, who went down for East Burwood.
He's gone down with the head, and then the tackle from Greenlands comes straight down on top of him. That's a little bit unfortunate and gets up quite gingerly. Trainer's looking at him now.
Holland wins it out of the ruck, straight to a Blackburn opponent. Kick out of bounds on the full, so free kick to East Burwood. And Blackburn just had lost that impetus they had earlier. They look very stagnant at the moment. East Burwood certainly seem to be running the game out better. There's the kick to the wing, Izard. Got a handball away. Burners need to score from this foray forward. There's the kick to
fantastic.
Ryan. Simon Ryan again runs in, fires at the goals, and kicks a wonderful goal. Simon Ryan, 4 goals for the day, and he has brought Blackburn back to within 6 points.
Well, that was just a fantastic piece of work. Simon Ryan, he was the game breaker in the third term, in the second term and in the third term. And some fantastic work. That's his 4th for the day, and now a 6-point margin. Blackburn move on to 9-9-63, trailing by 6 points, 10-9-69. The East Burwood Rams. Going just over 16 minutes in this last quarter. Blackburn get the clearance once again. They've got the runner out here. That's Allen. Just holds up play, looking for an option. Poor kick. Only finds the East Burwood player, and that's not what you need going forward as Mark Holland will take the kick. Another scrappy kick off almost the attempted torpedo drop punt style kick. Handball comes over the top. Posabon, he's been good. A bit quiet in this last quarter. Mariani looking to go inside 50 for East Burwood. Nice low kick. Fantastic work there. And finds Dale Cox, who kicks short. Numbers win out. Oh no. Mariani, can he be the game breaker? No, across to the left-hand side. So that now makes it 2 kicks once again in this grand final. East Burwood 10-10-70. Leading Blackburn 9-9-63. We've played almost 18 minutes in this last quarter. Brad Henderson.
Well, thanks very much, Dyson, as the kick comes out to Wrigley at half-back. And it is 7 points the margin. 7 points the deficit, with Stephen Wrigley booting it up towards the wing. McCurry the target. Bounces over his head, and Smith was there as well. So 7 points the lead. This game, sorry, Dyson.
Sorry, this game sort of ebbed and flowed in the last quarter. We've had sort of patches of sheer brilliance from both sides, and then little quiet patches where it's sort of just been stuck in certain spots.
Here goes Ryan again. He's been the most brilliant of all today. Ball fed out by Harley, did well on hands and knees. Chance now. Start the handball coming away there from George. Quick kick. Mark taken. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Burke. Gee, it wasn't convincing, but it was effective in the end.
I think all the Blackburn supporters had their heart in their mouth with that first grab.
Nathan Burke, he's kicked 1 goal in this final term. Can he boot his second? He walks in. Kick looks good off the boot. Doesn't quite have the legs on it. And marked right on the last line of defence. And the runner there is going off his head in frustration at the fact that Burke's kick didn't make the distance then. The Blackburn runner really wearing his heart on his sleeve. There's the short pass. Mark held by Heatherton. True centre half back position. Heatherton brings it out to this broadcast side of the ground. Cox off a step to half forward. Carries over the head of Cosson. And the mark well held defensively for the Burners. There's the kick to the wing position. Cox involved again. Simon Cox this time to Cameron Cox. Cox's kick to the wing. Here's Masters, bursts through, boots it forward. Mark almost held by Wrigley. He races in, he can kick the easy goal, bounces it through and kicks the goal for East Burwood and takes the margin out to 13 points. 20 minutes gone in the last quarter. Not too much time left for Blackburn as East Burwood. That's a very handy buffer at this stage, and Caleb Wrigley kicking his first of the day.
So that one, could it be it? Margin now 13 points. As we've gone in a minute into the time on period in this last quarter, we've had so far about 6 or 7 goals kicked so far. Blackburn trying to get the clearance away. They've let in that stat today so far. Good mark taken there by Ryan. He's been good in patches. Goes forward. Bouncing ball. Who will it sit for? Sits for the East Burwood player, but not well enough as it finds the boundary line. So we're on the forward flank for the Burners. Going on 22 minutes, they need to score soon.
Goal.
Wrapped up in the tackle, Plummer trying to get it out. Good kick around the body. He's got the run. Kicks inside 50 for Blackburn. Need a mark. Fantastic work. I think it's Greenland. We had a fantastic first half. And must kick this. So a goal here would bring the margin back to 7 points. It'd still be 2 shots at goal. This to curb this margin late in this game. Kicks.
He's kicked it.
And he's kicked it behind. It's gone to the right, just over the behind post there. So a 2-goal game here. The score now 10-10-70. Sorry, 9-10-64 as my maths is working. It's working hard as the score now. East Burwood 11-10-76. Blackburn 9-10-64. Brad Henderson.
Wrigley's kick to half forward. Socket off the ground. McCurry takes possession now. Gave it to Izard. Izard just measured the handball to Ryan. Shane Ryan's kick inside 50. Plenty of Rams back there though. They should be able to clear. Wrigley got a bit of a hospital job from Simon Cox. He was stripped of the ball as well. Burke working hard. And umpire Alistair Gall very much quick on the scene there to ball it up. Throws it up. Cosson. Was he held? Izard on hands and knees. Fed it out to Jackson. Got a high one over the shoulder. No doubt about that free kick against Penn-Hollerich. Jackson.
Must kick quick.
There's a wing position. They need to push it forward quickly. 2-on-1. Not sure that was the best option. And Wrigley gets back there to safely take the mark. And I agreed with you, Dyson, that he had to get it in there quickly, but as it turned out, the numbers were certainly favouring East Burwood.
Well, they had options sitting nicely, but just didn't pick the right one, Jackson, and could have almost cost him the game at this late stage.
Ward there all wrapped up by Haddon, forced to the boundary line. He's had a bit of a dirty day, Robbie Ward. Hasn't been his best game. Over the back, out of defence, Cox has been good in this last quarter, but he was caught with the ball red-handed there. Umpire thought about it. Free kick, handball, I should say, comes away to Mariani. Cops a high one, gets up quickly though. Penn Ulrich. He tries to handball to Mariani, but unable to do so. Another boundary throw in. Broadcast side, right in front of our broadcast position.
The winner of this clearance wins the game.
I certainly think that if the Rams get it, then you'll be right, but Blackburn still 2 goals down. Chance here, umpire pays advantage. Blythe to the square, Burke almost.
He's paid it.
He's got a free kick. A bit dubious. Burke wants to play on, goes the banana. What's he done? He's kicked the goal, and we're back to a 6-point ball game. So Nathan Burke, he didn't waste any time wisely then, and he was confident that he could kick the check side kick, and he made no mistake at all. So 6 points the margin. East Burwood 11-10, lead Blackburn 10 goals 10. 2 goals now for Nathan Burke today, and what a finish. East Burwood up by 6 points.
This is what we wanted, Brad, as we go towards 26 minutes, a 6-point ball game here. Both ruckmen jostle. The big punch comes from the East Burwood ruckman. Trying to get the clearance. All the Blackburn players just trying to punch it forward now. Any ground is good ground made up by the East Burwood players, but Wrigley gets their handball away. They're on the outer side wing. They go inside 50. Jackson will be the man in front. Courageous, but can't take the mark. Off the bottom of the pack, is that Cox? I think it was Cox. Couldn't quite kick the goal, but I think that could be the deciding behind for the game. That now makes it 7 points in this one. 11-11-77, the Rams leading Blackburn 10-10-70. We've gone 26.5 minutes in this final term.
Last throw of the dice for Blackburn as they get a 25-metre penalty. Michael Bryan has the ball in his possession. Hands it off. Long kick by George. He's looking for Smith. Greenland. Back to Shea. Shea's kick. Looking for a teammate, but it's a huge pack of players. Allen did well. Feeds it out. It's all East Burwood. Heatherton belts it forward. That's an important kick. Did well then. Got plenty of distance. They go forward, the Rams. Mariani. He's on here. Kicks it. And just glances the inside of the post, and we were right behind that kick, and it was very hard to tell if it hit the post, but obviously the goal umpire in the best possible position, he had no doubt. But 8 points the margin. Blackburn have got to get it forward and got to get a goal, get it back to the middle and get a quick clearance from there.
You're exactly right, Brad. We're just going on 28 minutes. You wouldn't suspect that we'd go any longer than 30 minutes here. Doing it slowly, Wrigley takes the mark. They must find the run through the centre of the ground.
Oh, no.
That could be the ball game as the smother comes out. Wrigley tries to make it. Jackson gets around one, can't get around the second. East Burwood have the numbers. Trying to get it, trying to get the clearing kick away. This could be the game breaker. One behind, so still a two kick game here if Blackburn are good enough.
Yeah, that was Bolton who was off target there. 9 points the margin. Ball brought back in. Shea has to move it on quickly. Does so. Dangerous kick. Johnson this time. Quickly plays on. Left foot pass up towards the wing, and he's turned it over. Mark held by Law. Hasn't had a great last quarter, Luke Johnson. There's the kick by Law. And should have been a mark in the end, you would think, to Tamanello, or is it McCurry there, but I think he just didn't realise how much time he had.
Brett Masters is sitting at the interchange bench trying to get someone to come off the ground so he can run straight back on. But that is the ball game. So a 9-point victory the way of East Burwood. 11-13-79. They are the Division 1 reserves premiers for 2008. Beating a 9-point win here. Blackburn 10-10-70.
A close reserves Division 1 Grand Final. East Burwood working their way back after a defeat in the second semi-final and finishing second on the ladder for the season to take out the premiership by 9 points. We start off the presentations with the blue ribbon medal for the best on ground. And would you please welcome up to the dais to make the presentation Senior Sergeant Mick Jones, Officer in Charge, Nuttawading Police. And the winner of the blue ribbon medal, best on ground in the Division 1 Reserves match, number 61, Anthony Mariani. Would you please now welcome to the dais to make the Premiership Medallion presentations, Junior Chairman and AFL Board Member Leon Bailey. We start off the presentations with number 1, Caleb Wrigley. Number 8, James Ivory. Number 10, Rhett Masters. Number 14, Jess Bolton. Number 15, Robert Kerr. Number 16, Paul Phillips. Number 24, Mark Holland. Number 25, Scott Heatherton. Number 34, Dale Cox. Number 35, Bo Cosson. Number 36, Matt Fletcher. Number 37, Jack Register. Number 38, Ashley Maloney. Number 39, Simon Cox. Number 40, Kane Penhallarak. Number 42, Cameron Cox. Number 44, David Blackie. Number 45, Matthew Gagliardi. Number 55, Timothy Law. Number 58, James McNamara. Number 61 and the blue ribbon medalist, Anthony Mariani. The runner, Stephen Trelope. Selector, Andy Farrell. Selector, Dave Wright Neville. And team manager, Dinko Sabo. Would you please now welcome to the dais the Premiership captain, number 12, Robert Ward. And joining him up on the dais, the Premiership coach, Adrian Kelty. We'll ask Adrian for a few words.
Thank you, Anthony. I suppose commiserations to Tots and the boys from Blackburn. It was a fantastic game of football, and I know you're a club definitely going forward, and I have the respect of your club. So, commiserations, but I think you've got a big future ahead of you as a football club. So well done on today. I guess these young boys in front of me, and they are young boys. Our average age is 20 years and 1 month, so to come and play that game they played today was fantastic. We had a bit of a chat Thursday night about a few things that these sort of things mean to people like myself. So no one would have beat us today the way that you had today. So well done, boys. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for the Division 1 Reserves Premiers Season 2008 East Burwood.